The warning siren started without command. Red lights flashed across the defense station above the planet Virex. Officers looked at each other in confusion. No enemy fleet was near. No warp signal had been detected. The perimeter grid was clear only seconds ago. Then the radar officer slowly stood up. There's a ship inside the perimeter. The room went silent. That was impossible. The perimeter field stretched millions of kilometers into space. Nothing could cross it without being scanned, tracked, and approved. Not even a small probe. The Admiral stepped forward. His voice was calm, but his eyes were not. Put on the main screen. The screen changed. A massive warship floated in the darkness. Long black, silent, human. Its surface looked smooth but scarred by old battles. No fleet numbers. No diplomatic code. Only one symbol glowing in white near the front of the hull. The sensor officer swallowed hard. It did not warp in. It did not jump. It did not decloak. The Admiral's hands tightened behind his back. Then how did it arrive? A short pause. It was already there. Cold fear spread across the bridge. The human battlecruiser slowly adjusted its position. Its engines glowed faint blue, but its weapons stayed quiet. It was not firing. It was watching. Suddenly, every communication channel opened at once. A single message echoed through the station. No anger, no threat, just 4 words. Perimeter breached. We are present. At that exact moment, the entire defense grid shut down. No explosion, no attack. It simply turned off, and the human ship began moving closer. The order was given immediately. Launch all defense squadrons. Hangar doors opened across the orbital station. Fighters and cruisers rushed into space, engines burning bright. Within seconds, dozens of warships formed a defensive wall between the planet and the human battlecruiser. Targeting systems activated. Weapons charged. Lock weapons. The Admiral commanded. The tactical officer froze. Sir, we cannot lock. What do you mean? The system cannot find the target. The human ship was right there, visible, clear, massive, but every targeting computer showed empty space. The battlecruiser slowly moved forward. It did not accelerate fast. It did not dodge. It did not hide. It simply advanced. Electronic warfare teams tried manual override. They switched to backup systems. Old analog tracking. Even visual targeting. Nothing worked. It's like it is not there, the sensor officer whispered. But it is. A sudden signal pulse spread from the human ship. Not an attack. Not a weapon. Just a wave. Every fighter pilot heard static in their comms. Screens flickered. Weapon indicators went dark. Missile control offline. Rail guns unresponsive. Shield grid unstable. Panic began to spread through the fleet formation. The human battlecruiser still had not fired. Its main cannons remained cold. Then a second message arrived. Calm, clear, direct. You cannot engage what you do not understand. The Admiral stared at the screen. The human ship was now halfway to the inner defense line, and not a single alien weapon could even recognize it as a target. For the first time in centuries, the defense fleet felt something unfamiliar. Helplessness. The defense fleet held position, even though their weapons were useless. The human battlecruiser continued forward at a steady speed. Calm, controlled, unafraid, scanned deep space. The Admiral ordered full spectrum, all ranges. Long-range sensors expanded beyond the planet's orbit. For several seconds, nothing appeared. Then the sensor officer leaned closer to his screen. Sir, I am detecting gravity shifts. From where? Everywhere. The stars near the outer edge of the system seemed to bend slightly. At first it looked like distortion. Then shapes began to form. One by one, shadows appeared in the darkness. Not small ships, warships. Huge, silent, human. They had been there the entire time, hiding in perfect stillness. No warp signature, no engine glow, no communication. At least 12 heavy cruisers slowly revealed themselves beyond the asteroid belt. Another group appeared behind the planet's second moon, and then more. The system was surrounded. The Admiral felt his breath grow heavy. They planned this, he said quietly. The human battlecruiser in front of them was not the invasion. It was the announcement. A third message arrived. No emotion, no anger. Your outer patrol crossed into restricted space 72 hours ago. The Admiral remembered. A small scouting group had investigated a distant human beacon. They believed humans were weak, slow to respond. He now understood the mistake. The human fleet had not rushed here in panic. They had already been watching, already positioned, already inside. The battlecruiser stopped just beyond the final defense line. Its main cannon slowly rotated downward, not firing, but pointing at the planet. And every alien officer understood the truth. This was not an attack. This was control. The bridge remained silent. No one moved. No one spoke. Every screen showed the same image. The human battlecruiser, steady and unshaken. Then a new transmission request appeared. Origin, Earth Command. The Admiral hesitated for only a moment. Open channel. The screen changed. A human officer appeared. He wore a simple dark uniform. No medals. No visible rank symbols. His face was calm, almost tired. He did not look angry. He looked certain. "This is Commander Hale of the Terran Defense Fleet," he said in a clear voice. "You are not under attack." The officers on the bridge exchanged confused looks. Commander Hale continued. "You crossed a protected boundary 3 days ago. You scanned one of our deep-range beacons. You attempted to decode classified signals." The Admiral straightened. It was a routine patrol. The human shook his head slowly. It was a test. Silence followed. Commander Hale stepped slightly closer to the camera. "For centuries, we have stayed behind our perimeter. We have not expanded into your space. We have not interfered in your politics. We have not responded to your insults." His eyes hardened. "But we do not tolerate intrusion." Outside, one of the distant human cruisers powered up. Its weapons glowed faintly, just enough to be seen. "We are not here to destroy your world," Hale said calmly. "We are here to make something clear." The screen split into multiple views. Every human ship in the system was now visible, positioned perfectly, prepared completely. "Your fleet cannot target us. Your shields cannot stop us. Your grid is disabled by our choice." He paused. "You are safe right now because we decided you are." The transmission ended, and the human battlecruiser slowly activated its forward cannons. The forward cannons of the human battlecruiser began to glow, not bright, not violent, just a steady white light building at the center of each barrel. The defense fleet prepared for impact. "Brace for fire," the Admiral ordered. Shields were pushed to maximum power. Emergency barriers formed around the planet's surface. Civilian ships rushed toward docking ports. But the human ship did not aim at the planet. It rotated slightly. Target: Outer Defense Platform 7, the largest weapons station in the system. A moon-sized fortress covered in railguns and plasma towers. It had never been breached. Until now, a thin beam of light shot from the human battlecruiser. No explosion followed. No shockwave. The beam touched the center of the platform for less than 2 seconds. Then it stopped. For a moment, nothing happened. Officers stared at their screens. "Damage report?" the Admiral asked. The sensor officer's voice trembled. "Platform 7 is offline." "What?" "All power systems shut down. Weapons disabled. Reactors cold." The giant fortress still floated in space. Intact, undamaged, but completely dead. No fire. No debris, just silence. The human fleet had not destroyed it. They had simply turned it off. A new message appeared across every screen in the system. This was a controlled demonstration. The words felt heavier than any explosion. The human battlecruiser slowly powered down its cannons again. It had shown precision beyond imagination, power without chaos, strength without effort. The Admiral finally understood. If they wanted destruction, the planet would already be gone. This was not a warning shot. This was proof. The system remained silent. Platform 7 drifted in space, dark and powerless. The defense fleet stayed frozen, weapons useless, shields flickering with unstable energy. The human battlecruiser did not move. It did not need to. A final transmission request appeared on the Admiral's screen. He accepted. Commander Hale returned. His face was calm, but his eyes were firm. "You have seen our capability," he said. "Now you will hear our terms." The bridge officers listened carefully. "You will withdraw all patrols within 10 light years of our marked boundary. You will not scan, probe, or approach any Terran beacon again. You will issue a public acknowledgement of violation." The Admiral's jaw tightened. "And if we refuse?" There was no pause. "If you refuse," Hale replied, "we will remove your ability to threaten us permanently." No anger, no raised voice, just certainty. The Admiral looked around the bridge. His officers waited for him. Outside, dozens of human warships surrounded the system in perfect formation. He understood now. This was not invasion. This was control through strength. They had been watched for years, measured, studied. Humans had waited until the exact moment they needed to respond. And when they did, they were already inside the perimeter. The Admiral exhaled slowly. "We accept your terms." A quiet signal was sent across the system. Fleet engines powered down. Patrol routes were cleared. Commander Hale gave a small nod. "Then this matter is closed." One by one, the human ships faded from sensors. No warp flash, no engine flare. They simply disappeared. Hours later, the defense grid restarted. But everyone knew the truth. The perimeter was never a shield. It was a warning.